Yeah, since I've been here. I've been here.
It may have been.
Yeah, it was 18 and 19.
I know, I left my wallet.
They got it pretty good right now.
It may have been discussed in that.
Hey, what's the gal's name that owns the free store, do you know?
But that's why I'm just
I need to come here and talk about her
maybe if we can just get
cool warming station. I haven't seen her though.
Right.
Business in the
You better not like,
spring.
you better not like to me.
It's slower.
Waking up or not, or
No, it's slower in the spring.
is it? I don't know what.
Medicare's our big season, so.
Yeah. I'm still getting calls about that too. Burial policies.
Is it teeth?
Yeah.
Am I invited?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, goodness. Nothing like late invitation.
Big increases they put paying for roofs.
Yeah.
This is all one
See,
page.
this damage, yeah. I see
Have
that.
that page.
Oh, it was like.
Just a lot on there.
Yeah, it doesn't
what's the 6:30? I told him.
7:15 or 7:30 or something.
We're still doing pretty good so far.
Long enough that I like started
It
looking
looks like.
Big man was still on
Mine
watch.
has been done in the past like that.
Comes out the house. He's talking
Just sometime previous. It's visibly better condition than
I said,
that.
this is what you like. Shut the bathrooms down.
No, it is. That's, yeah, that makes total sense. Then the whole thing was.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I've got one shingle I gotta put up on the whole shed in the back.
good.
But it was just done wrong when they built it. There's only one nail.
Yeah, till the end of the month.
Did you hear that Steve Jackson father passed away? That was the
That was the call.
yeah. Well, I didn't even change it. I still people that is part of John Carter's around.
Send them a grandbaby.
Richard. Really? We're trying.
I've got a car right across the street from me. It's been there for.
It's none of your business what people say about you.
All right, we're gonna start this up. Okay, we'll call the city council regular meeting for Monday, April 14th to order. Start with a roll call, please.
Atkins.
Here.
Evans.
Here.
Mitchell. Here. Mizell.
Here.
Muchler. Here. Wall.
Here.
Jordan.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
Mayor Carr.
Here. So we have a quorum tonight. We'll start off with an invocation given by Reverend Don Anderson, Emergency Services Chaplain, followed by our Pledge of Allegiance. If you please stand.
Let's bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, as we come to you today, we want to thank you for a beautiful day that you've given to our community, and Lord, for the many blessings of this life. And Lord, tonight we just ask that you would just be with this meeting, or be with those who serve on our city council and our mayor. Lord, give them wisdom and discernment. Lord, for those who serve our community, from the police, fire, EMS, and to all the workers, Lord, thank you for them. Bless them and their families, and Lord, watch over and protect them and keep them safe. And Father, tonight, most of all, we thank you for your son, Jesus, who has given his life for us, that we might have hope. And Lord, as we celebrate that this week through Easter, we just pray that you just bless this meeting tonight in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Don. No one signed in for public comments, so we'll move on to discussions and presentations. And Mayor Silverleaf Award is on first there. And it is my honor to present the Mayor's Silverleaf Award for Excellence to someone who has truly made a lasting impact on our city, Mr. Rob Day. Rob began his career with the City of Lebanon in June of 1994. For many years, he served as a meter reader, and not just any meter reader. Rob's extraordinary memory and attention to detail meant he could probably tell you about almost every meter throughout the city. That's the kind of dedication that doesn't go unnoticed. In more recent years, Rob became a friendly, dependable face at Lebanon Utilities' customer service counter, and he's been a steady presence, someone our residents trust and turn to, and someone we've all come to rely on. Rob's commitment to Lebanon goes far beyond this job. He has been a longtime member of the Lebanon Downtown Optimist Club and has served our wider region as a pastor in Stoutland. Rob, you've served this community with kindness, integrity, and excellence over 3 decades, and your legacy is one of service and care, and you will be deeply missed. On behalf of the City of Lebanon, thank you and congratulations on receiving the Mayor's Silver Leaf Award. So please come forward, Rob. The award says the Mayor's Award for Excellence, presented to Rob Day with a great appreciation of more than 30 years of dedication and commitment. Thank you for going above and beyond serving the citizens of Lebanon. Awarded this 14th day of April 2025. So congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Chief Harrison has a Police Department Life Saving Award.
Well, Mayor, as you recall recently, a citizen spoke of the professionalism of the police officers of the Lebanon Police Department. I have another opportunity to showcase the professionalism of our organization. In February, Police Officer Roy Womack responded to a call and found a patient with life-threatening injuries. He applied a tourniquet to prevent further blood loss, and after the patient sustained when the patient sustained multiple serious injuries which resulted in extensive medical treatment. Officer Womack has served with us since December of 2020. He's a Marine Corps veteran, and his ability to remain calm in a stressful situation and his competence to react with a sound judgment to utilize the skills he learned while in service to our country and our community helped save the life of a young Lebanon resident. Please join me in congratulating Officer Roy Womack as he receives the Lebanon Police Department Life Saving Award. And Representative Knight was kind enough to get a resolution from the Missouri House for this occasion as well, so I'll give that to Roy tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations. Great job, Officer Roy. Appreciate it. Okay, next is a Child Abuse Prevention Month proclamation. So I'll now read that. Whereas every child deserves a safe and nurturing environment, and child well-being is a shared community responsibility. And whereas child abuse affects families across all boundaries and remains a serious concern in Missouri, and whereas children are the foundation of a thriving society and strong supportive communities help them grow and succeed, and whereas early, consistent care by nurturing adults leads to healthier development and better outcomes in life, whereas it is vital for citizens, organizations, and communities to work together to prevent abuse and protect children from harm, and whereas prevention programs succeed through strong partnerships across schools, agencies, law enforcement, businesses, and faith-based groups. Now therefore, I, Mayor Jared Carr, City of Lebanon, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the City of Lebanon, and I encourage all citizens to wear blue, support prevention efforts, and help create safe, stable, and nurturing environments for all children. In witness whereof I've hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Lebanon to be affixed this 14th day of April 2025. And here to accept the proclamation is Laura Garton with Live to Give Hope, and her sister Sarah Angst as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all for our discussions and presentations for tonight. We're going to move on to our business now, and I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So,
Oh, sorry, oh, wait. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'm glad Lacey looked at me, she gave me a look. There was one correction on one of the minutes from the regular meeting of March 25th. It said, the original said that I was here to read the pledge, and that was actually Mayor Pro Tem Bob Garner. I was gone for that, so we corrected that on the agenda. So just wanted to make that note. So now I'll entertain a motion to approve the amended consent agenda.
Second.
Garner moves and Atkins seconded.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Muchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Okay, consent agenda is approved. Now we'll move on to resolutions, and resolution 511.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As part of the Lebanon 2040 Comprehensive Plan, the city's primary goal is to expand housing choices and opportunities. A critical issue identified in the planning process is the lack of diversity and affordability in the current housing stock, closely tied to existing land use and development patterns. The city remains committed to supporting high-quality development, robust infrastructure, and enhanced quality of life for its residents. A key strategy in achieving these objectives involve in stimulating the local economic growth through strategic partnerships and targeted incentives. In recognition of the importance of incentivizing development, the city is proposing economic benefits to Bryan Properties for two major housing projects, which they've committed to doing. The first project involves a 216-unit apartment complex in the southwest side of the city. This development represents an estimated $40 million into the Lebanon community. The second, upon completion of the apartment complex, Bryan Properties will proceed with the development of a mixed-use building at the former H.D. Lee site, further contributing to the revitalization of the area. To support these projects, the City of Lebanon is offering Chapter 100 bonds, which includes a 10 years of 100% real estate property tax abatements and 100% of sales tax exemptions on construction materials for both projects. These developments reflect the city's ongoing commitment to promoting sustainable growth, enhancing the housing options, and fostering long-term economic vitality. We request the approval of Resolution 511 to allow Bryan Properties to proceed with the bond application process. Present this evening is Emily Gibbons, the Director of Development, who is on Zoom, and Travis Brandstetter, the Development of Project Management at Bryan Properties, to discuss the proposed developments and to answer any of the questions that you might have about these projects. Have them up here.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
How's it going, guys? Travis Brandstetter, Bryan Properties. See if I know how to work this thing. Okay. Like Kathy said, it's 216 units on the south side of town over by the middle school. We had did a similar project like this in Harrison, Arkansas, and it was received very well from that community. As you can see on the screen there is our site plan. One of our site plans. We have a couple that we're kind of messing around with to get the best layout. And these are some of the unit layouts for the one-bedroom units. We have 1s, 2s, and 3s. The one-bedroom unit is roughly 690 square feet. And here is the two-bedroom unit. It is about 1,135 square feet. No. Yeah, I can flip forward. Oh, maybe back one. Yeah, sorry. There is the three-bedroom unit. So, and three bedrooms are 1,220 square feet, three bed, two bath. We tried a three-bedroom, three-bath in Harrison, and I think this setup will give us a lot more square footage and bedroom size and closet space, so. It will have a 1,500 square foot office, located at the front of the property with a pool. Other amenities would be a dog park, and then we'll work with the city to connect the walking trails from the school to the park that's back there behind it. Does anyone have any questions on that?
Do you have a figure for your investment in the project?
For what now?
Your investment in this project?
I wish I could.
But do you know kind of an idea of what the total project cost is going to be?
Yeah, like I said, it was right around 40 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your company has done the Bear Village down in Springfield, is that, you're behind that?
Yes, we have done Bear Village. I'm just now finishing one up in Ozark, it's 240 units. One in Nixa, we're just now started. The one in Harrison finishes up this month, actually, a couple weeks. We also do hotels, quite a bit, so
Great.
keeps me busy.
How about estimated completion time?
So we're looking to get started this summer, and this would be a 20 to 22 month build. So
Good.
Harrison took us, it's almost the exact same set of plans. Harrison took us 21 months to get completed.
Good.
And you can see some of the interior pictures. Don't worry, the countertops are not yellow. I don't know why they are like that.
1970s.
Yeah.
Do you know what the rents will be?
Yes, that's not usually my lane, but it's comparable to what we did in Harrison. The rents would be $9.95 to about $14.95, somewhere in that range. And that includes water, sewer, trash, internet, and the only bills you have would be rent and electric.
That's pretty good.
You said that included water and sewer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Is the ground maintenance up to them, or do you do that too? The grounds?
We'd maintain the property.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian doesn't like to
Yours,
build
okay.
and sell. He likes to build and own and maintain, so.
Will there be storage, outside storage space for occupants? Covered parking,
Not at this time,
anything
but
like that?
we have plenty of land in the back. We're kind of tossing around that idea of maybe in the future doing that, but. And we're still tweaking some of these plans, but just different like kitchen layout, stuff like that, and we may try to add balcony storage to these as well, but.
Besides the incentives that we've already given you, is there anything you need from us to facilitate the project?
Not that I know of. Emily, are you there? I don't know if she heard that question or not.
She wants
Sorry, here we go. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Did you hear the question, Emily?
No, I think the city's been wonderful to work with, and at this point, we're just, I don't think we have anything else that we're needing specifically from council.
Okay.
sounds good to me. Yeah, real good.
And then once this project's done, we'll roll over into the downtown project. I know we're having talks with our architect on what do we want it to look like, storefront on the bottom, lofts above. They want to come by and kind of see what the area looks like, to try to match the facade of the surrounding buildings and whatnot, so we should have something, a sketch to send you guys hopefully soon.
And that would be roughly after this one's done?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, great.
Great. Any other questions on that, council, regarding that? All right. I'll now entertain a motion to approve Resolution 511.
Second.
Garner moves, Wall seconded. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Evans? Mitchell? Yes. Mizell?
Yes.
Mutchler?
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Garner?
Yes.
Atkins?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 511 is adopted. Thank you, Travis, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, Emily, if you're still there.
I'm so technology unable to do much, so even hitting mute's hard. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right, and Resolution 512, Chief.
Mayor and council, this resolution is to designate Lebanon as a Blue Shield community. Gives us an opportunity to showcase our local support, partnerships, and crime-fighting efforts, as well as make us eligible for public safety grants. And we would be among the first round. I saw that Branson looks like they were very recently got their Blue Shield community, so we would be one of the early adopters of this.
Okay. Any questions regarding that, council?
What could the grants be used for?
They're public safety grants.
Training and things, or?
I believe it'd be more for operational things, but it's not very clear on that. This is part of our new governor signed this executive order in January, and it's a part of the process to become eligible for Department of Public Safety grants. As an example, right now, we have two major grants that fund LNEG, the Drug Task Force, and also the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force that we host here in Lebanon.
All right, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 512.
So moved.
Second.
Wall moved, Jordan seconded. Roll call, please.
Mitchell? Yes. Mizell?
Yes.
Mutchler?
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Garner?
Yes.
Atkins?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 512 is adopted. On to second readings tonight of Council Bill 6840. Christina, have anything else to entertain on that?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Can you hear me? My voice is going out tonight.
Yes.
What we have tonight is a rezoning of, Aero Landing has a Phase 1 entrance on aligning South Jefferson Avenue. We want to rezone it from designation from a CL to a RS2. It's required to have single-family homes or duplexes in the area, and that's what we're looking at tonight, is to rezoning that front piece by Jefferson from CL to RS2. Any questions?
Do you know if they're going to have some type of entry gate system, or are they just going to be duplexes all the way up to Jefferson?
We have the developer with us tonight. He might be able to speak on that behalf for you.
That'd be great.
So the question is, if we're gonna have gates or something at the entrance, or if the road just goes out to South Jefferson and the lots begin immediately after,
Correct.
correct? So the plan right now is just for it to be kind of similar to the other subdivisions in the area where the road goes out, meets up with our road will meet up on 5, and then our houses are gonna start, pretty much immediately. We don't have a grand plan for any sort of big entrance. We've been working with the city on this and this whole plan and kind of architecting the whole thing. We've worked for years on this, designing the roads and getting feedback from the city, making sure that we're getting feedback from the neighboring communities, how we can help make other problems better while we're doing this. We acquired more property south of the church there, north of the Social Security office. You can see where our property extends. We own three of the parcels, but we own that large parcel right there as well. So now we're gonna connect to Ozark. We're gonna connect to 5 off of the lower road whenever we do phase 3, I believe. It's either 2 or 3. In phase 1's entrance connects up on the north property there. And that was by request of the neighborhood to the southeast. They have one entrance in, one entrance out. They didn't want us to have one entrance in, one entrance out. So we kind of halted progress for a little bit there, purchased more property so that we could have another road. So our subdivision is going to have 3 exits, but it's also going to include a faster, more direct exit for the subdivision to the southeast of there, which is also a duplex and quadplex subdivision.
Excellent.
Is there any other concerns or thoughts that I can address while I'm here?
Are there gonna be any fences between the houses on 5 and the road? I'm thinking
Not
of kids
that
playing and
we've-
getting out there.
Not that we've planned on, but the lots beside 5 are disproportionately quite a bit larger than everything else. So we started from the back, so what would be the east side, and we made the lots all the same size, and we left the rest, the excess, at 5. So the lots 1 and lots 50, which are gonna touch 5, are much larger than all the other lots. They're much wider. And that was to try to address that, and we're gonna push the houses all the way to the east, so they'll have large side yards.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Any other questions, comments?
How many duplexes? These all duplexes?
The plan right now is for them all duplexes. Right now, we're kicking off phase 1, which is 50 lots. The plan is to build them as duplexes and then sell them as patio homes, so there'll be 100 individual units that will be for sale. So we're building them as duplexes, selling them as single-family homes, so somebody will be able to come in and buy half, and then buy half, so we'll be able to sell them at a lower price point and be more affordable while getting as many houses as we can in there. Still working with the city on, diversification of houses and stuff like that. So this is our attack at that same problem. So instead of doing single family, we're doubling the number of doors on the same amount of property by building them duplexes and then splitting them off as patio homes.
So you're building to sell?
We are planning to build to sell. Whoever buys from us, they may be investors. We're open to everybody. So if somebody wants to come in and buy it and rent it out, I'm not gonna stop them. So, but that's the plan. We're not a buy and hold company.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, second reading then, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving the rezoning of the Arrow Landing Phase 1 subdivision's entrance located in the 2400 block of South Jefferson Avenue from CL Limited Commercial to RS2 Residential.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mitchell and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Mizell.
Yes.
Muchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6840 becomes ordinance 7083. Thank you all. Council Bill 6841, John?
Yeah, as we talked about on phase 1 of Ashley, we were going to do the concession stand in the ballpark area funding is pretty good shape right now. Our taxes are coming in above where we thought they were. We've talked to the finance department, and as we also discussed during those meetings, that if we had extra funds, we would pull up some smaller projects that we felt were important, and we feel the park board feels this is one of the most important pieces. Obviously, that rubber fall protection or any fall protection in a playground has a lifespan. It's reached its lifespan. It's starting to separate from the corners, and there is some exposure there, so we feel that this is the most appropriate place to use some of those extra funds. So it will be the turf fall protection, similar to what's at Nelson and Harkey Park. And then at some point in time, we'll also probably change to turf at Boswell.
Gets lots of use.
Yes, it does. Ever since it's been built.
Any questions on that, council? Comments?
Wallace also has the fall protection like that, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. That goes all the way out, right, too, the circle, big circle?
To the edge, and replace all the loops.
Yeah. All right, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving the purchase of fall protection for Ashley Park from Commercial Lawn Management Incorporated.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mitchell and Atkins, roll call, please.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes. Okay, second read, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving the purchase of fall protection for Ashley Park from Commercial Lawn Management Incorporated.
Who on second?
Second.
Jordan and Mizell on the second, roll call, please.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6841 comes ordinance 7084.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Council Bill 6842.
Yes,
Richard?
Mayor, Council, this is a agreement with 5 different vendors. Some of them are specialized. One would be GIS mapping, they specialize in that. And then we have a couple of surveyors, and then we have 3 that are general civil engineering services as well as electrical engineering services. This is the same mechanism we've used in the past. It's just simply on-call services. And so we'd enter into agreement with them, and then whenever we have needs arise, we work out a scope of work and a task order and money associated with that. Is there any questions?
Hearing no questions, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into and execute an agreement between the city and multiple companies to provide various consulting services.
Motion to approve.
Atkins and Garner, roll call, please.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into and execute an agreement between the city and multiple companies to provide various consulting services.
Move on the second.
Second.
Evans and Mutchler on the second, roll call, please.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6842 becomes ordinance 7085. And Council Bill 6843.
Yeah, this is basically agreement with Core Main to provide software services for our AMI system. This is what we use to automatically read our utility meters, as well as store our data, and then also for analytics that we use for managing our utilities. This also offers the customer portal that our customers sign up and manage their utility usage. Any questions on this one?
Would this cost stay
Th-
fairly?
This is kind of what we've seen since we've implemented this back in like 2017. Just kind of a little bit of time.
Any other questions? Okay, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving a master agreement with Core and Main to provide utility meter reading and consumption history data.
Motion approved. Second.
Jordan and Garner, roll call, please.
Atkins?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Mizell?
Yes.
Mutchler?
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Garner?
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving a master agreement with Core and Main to provide utility meter reading and consumption history data.
Move on second.
Second.
Mitchell and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Evans?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Mizell?
Yes.
Mutchler?
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Garner?
Yes.
Atkins?
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6843 becomes ordinance 7086.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard, appreciate it. Council Bill 6844, Sean?
Good evening, council. This agreement is to update the payment processing company that the city uses for credit card processing and other types of digital payments. So with the move to the new ERP system, Cassell, that the city is purchasing, this gives us an opportunity to update that processing company. It's a separate firm. Many of you may have dealt with this in your own other businesses. So right now, we're using a company called ETS through Lebanon. And that software will be just outdated and also expensive to plug into our new ERP system. And so we're looking at going with the in-house solution that Cassell provides. The bottom line on this is that it should provide much easier and more user-friendly payment, interfaces with utility customers and other vendors that the city works with. And conservatively, we think this will save the city about $35,000 a year in credit card fees. The system that we have currently is one of the few that work with our legacy ERP, and so they're able to kind of jack the fees up, basically. And so this gives us an opportunity to go with a more competitive option that also will minimize the risk of disruption to utility billing during the switch over to the new ERP system. The fees on this will be a one-time $1,200 setup fee, about $500 per month in fixed fees, and then a 2.5% rate on credit cards, which is comparable to what we pay now on the credit card absorption rates that the city is currently absorbing. I know it's a little bit dry and maybe a little bit confusing. Are there any questions I can answer?
In the ordinance, in addition to those fees that you just read, it says an additional monthly charge of approximately $2,000. Do you know? So it'll be about $2,500 a month in fees to them?
That would be the $1,200 setup plus $500 per month on the initial fees. I don't have the ordinance right in front of me.
It just says an additional monthly authorization charge of approximately $2,000. Is that your estimate of maybe what those 2.5% fees will be, or?
Oh, right, yes, that's kind of depending on credit card volume that we process. So that's an estimate. There's $500 in fixed fees that we pay for access to things like digital ACH payments, the credit card portal that customers can use to pay through their phone and things like that. And so that number will depend on volume of purchasing through those cards.
Okay, I just was trying to figure out where that was going, so, thank you.
Yeah, and the staff's recommendation is to go with the Cassell provided solution. We think that's gonna minimize any integration issues. It gives us one vendor to contact if there's any issues between our core accounting software and the credit card payment processing. So it kind of minimizes those cases of each one pointing the finger at the other, so to speak. We have one customer support, portal to go to for that. And it should be a little more seamless for customer payments.
I'm not an advocate of it, but if you considered passing that cost on as a convenience charge to the customer, I mean, it happens over at the DOR, it happens almost every other place.
That is certainly something we could look at. I will say, in looking at this, they typically charge about 1% more to pass, so it's usually about a 3.5% charge to the customer. So during the transition, I didn't want to introduce multiple changes at one time. Currently, yeah, the city, again, depending on volume, you know, would be around maybe 20 to 30,000 a year in those fees. So,
The counterweight to that is that some people will write bad checks, or a higher volume will write bad checks, and so,
And
you know.
yeah, that's and something we could look at with Public Works, right, to incorporate. The issue I'm worried about there is driving more foot traffic into, you know, into City Hall for, you know, payments and paying by cash and, yeah, bad checks, those types of things.
As I said, I'm not an advocate of it. In my business, we don't pass the cost on, because at some point, I say, if they're gonna pay us all in full and we can sweep that money,
Yep.
it's a better thing for us.
It's certainly something we could look at, open to it. Yeah, there's probably some intangible benefits to the city absorbing the costs that we could talk about, like fewer bad checks and things like that. So, I didn't want to put that up for discussion on this one, but we can change that in the future, and this allows us the flexibility to do that.
Just think about it.
So,
Come up with a decision.
All right, any other questions on this, council? All right, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Cassell to provide payment processing services for various city departments, including any and all documents necessary to transition to this new software.
Motion approved?
Second.
Mizell and Mitchell, roll call, please.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Cassell to provide payment processing services for various city departments, including any and all documents necessary to transition to this new software.
Who wants a second?
Seconds.
Jordan and Garner on the second. Roll call, please.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6844 becomes ordinance 7087. Thanks, Sean, appreciate it. And first reading tonight of Council Bills 6845. Chief?
Mayor and council, this is a proposal to amend our vehicle ordinance as it addresses vehicles not parked in the street but on people's property for code enforcement, nuisance abatement. Our citizen survey communicated that property maintenance is a priority in our community. However, enforcing licensing of vehicles that are otherwise compliant with code burdens our staff and resources without beautifying the community. So we are proposing to remove the licensing requirement and allow us to focus on problems that do detract from our local beautification efforts.
Any questions on that, Council?
Remove licensing requirements. They can park them in the yard without plates on them?
You can't park in the yard, but if you have a car parked in your driveway that's not currently licensed, if it's parked in the street, it's in violation, but if it's
Driveway.
parked in your driveway and not currently licensed under our current city ordinance, we're going to enforce that, and we would like to change that. I think it better serves our citizens and better serves the goal of beautifying our community.
I follow you now. I was just wanting to get a delineation.
Thank you, sir.
I got mine back in the bag, so.
I think we'll go to first reading on that one. Please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, amending the City Code of Ordinances, Chapter 8, Buildings and Construction, Section 855, Property Maintenance Code adopted, and Chapter 26, Nuisances, Section 2637, to address the term unlicensed vehicles.
Motion approved.
Second.
Jordan and Evans, roll call, please.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
No.
Okay, Council Bill 6845 will be placed on the, second reading will be placed on the April 28th agenda.
Oh, just out of curiosity, is there a limit on the number of vehicles?
That's why I didn't want it.
Okay, yeah.
I
Is there a
mean-
limit on the number?
You have 20? I mean,
Big driveway, or there's
That's-
one, or,
I'd have to look, I can look into that.
okay, that might be, that hopefully doesn't cause something we don't want. So, yeah,
I understand.
because I've seen
I just think
Some
it's
of it.
just ripe for someone to abuse it. I hate to say it.
I think that's a good thought. I'll have an answer for you at the next meeting.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Great, that's all for ordinances tonight. Move on to comments. Any comments from staff in the audience? All right, nobody move? Nope,
I
good.
guess I'll hop up real quick.
Okay.
My last meeting with all of you, my deal ends before your next meeting. I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to come back. It's been wonderful to be back in the community. I've had a blast. Really enjoyed getting to know some of the staff that's new, working with the staff that I used to work with. The residents have been great. I really felt embraced on my return trip, and just wanted to say thank you and what a pleasure it was. And I could tell I'm leaving things in great hands. If you can't tell, Troy's got both hands on the steering wheel here, so I'm going to leave him a few parting gifts, some extra work I'm kind of doing that I'm sure you'll see in the next few months. So with that, I will again just say thank you and how much I enjoyed working here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Chief, have anything?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Richard? John?
Baseball season's well underway, along with soccer, playing everywhere. Everybody can talk to Mother Nature, get her back on her meds or whatever we have to do. If the wind quit blowing, we'll put shelters up out at Nelson Park and around the pool and stuff, but we can't do it until we get a break in this wind. It just can't happen.
Be fun parachuting or paragliding or something like that, or? You have to strap them to the ground.
Exactly.
When will you start filling up the pool?
I have a calendar in front of me. I think the second week of May is projected. That Friday, I think, will be the day we want to have it full of water. That way it's ready. The opening day is the 29th, I think, or 30th of May, the last Friday of May, whatever that day is.
Great. Water will still be cold. Let's see anything?
Nothing, Mayor.
Counselor? No, Mayor. And Troy for the first time.
Well, good morning, or good morning, good God. Good evening. I'm off to a roaring start.
Yeah, great start.
It's day 10 for me. I just want to take the opportunity to say, I'm drinking from a fire hose, but you have a tremendous staff that's on top of the game around here. So I've been going around doing a little some meet and greets. I haven't found anybody yet that's mad at us, so by golly, that's good news. So I'll keep looking. But that tells you, to me, that there's a lot of great things going on in Lebanon, and we need to just kind of keep going. I want to echo kind of the thanks to Ben. He kind of stepped in and he gave, if you walk in my office, there's a whiteboard full of kind of transitional issues to make sure that there was a seamless transition. I appreciate that. And he's been a good resource. Sometimes these interim, when you get the notice, they're gone. And I asked Ben to kind of finish up on some code changes that you'll see over the next couple of months. So again, I appreciated that he took the effort to do that. So I also want to shout out to Kathy for her work on that Bryan Properties project. I've been doing this a long time. This is the first time I've seen an HR director shepherd a economic development project here. So that tells you the talent and capacity of your staff when they can multitask like that. So the other one I wanted to mention, and I think Derek just handed it to you, was the KJL interview opportunity. I was called out there to do a little speech last week, and he's interested in doing it. And where I come from, I always volunteer my bosses first. So if you're interested in doing kind of a routine weekly interview series with city council, mayor, city staff on Monday mornings at 7:45, I've extended we'd love to have you kind of take part of that participation. So Derek's got the details, but I wanted to make sure you guys had the opportunity to take advantage of that if you were interested. I'm doing, my schedule up is continuing to just, I think I've met with all the staff except for electric, and that was, we had a power outage, so I got bumped, and that's fine to deal with that. So we'll wrap that up this week, and then I'm still doing my community outreach meetings. So if there's anybody in particular you want me to do, I had a great conversation today with the prosecuting attorney, Judge Winfrey, and the sheriff. So go to OTC tomorrow, so we'll go on around, so if there's anybody in particular you'd like to do it, and if there's specialized meetings, so I know I've got and now I know I have a Wednesday morning 7 a.m. meeting, so if there's stuff you need me to attend, just let me know, and I'll try to be there. So, again, I appreciate it. If there's anything I do, don't hesitate to call and reach out to you, and again, I just wanted to reiterate, this is really a great staff, and there's been lots of consternation back home as why the former city manager of Kansas City, Missouri would go to Lebanon, Missouri. And I say, anybody who responds, I say, you got to come and check this place out because it rivals any community in the Kansas City metropolitan area and in St. Louis for its ability to do diverse economic development, community participation. So congratulate yourselves on it's kind of a hidden gem. We're going to try to make it less hidden, hopefully going forward. So again, holler at me. I'll make sure you guys have my text numbers. I got text numbers, staffs. So when we get calls about, if there's requests about information, let me know and I'll try to get it to you ASAP. So thank you. I appreciate it. Look forward to more good things to come.
Great. Thank you, Troy. Let's go with Atkins down here.
I might just mention that our project 250 is moving along. You're going to be very happy with that and the things we're going to do in the county. I think you'll be surprised at how good it's going to be, but I'm excited about that coming up. Just a few months, Mayor. Would you say it's right?
Well, it's more than a few months. It's
Well, July.
year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. That's right.
No, actually, it starts about 12 months from now, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a great events, plural, throughout the community, so looking forward to that.
You guys will look forward to that, so that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, Evans?
No, sir.
Mitchell?
One thing I was thinking of when we heard about the new duplexes come in is, John, we really are gonna have to find a park space now somewhere east and central there with 100 new homes. And I know we're trying,
I know, yeah, we'll find something.
but
We'll figure it out.
I'd hope that gentleman had stayed, because it'd be like, he could donate us some land right in there and we could make a lovely park.
There's actually going to be quite a little bit of green space in that development
Good,
around that, yeah,
okay.
with walking trail stuff.
So, that's good. And I'll just thank Ben, what little bit we've interacted, it's been a pleasure to see you again, and so, thanks.
Myself?
I've been very impressed with you, Ben. I mean, certainly, you hit the ground running here and helped us through a transition, so I appreciate that. You know, as far as the park goes, Sheila's got a great idea with the new development coming in. There is a piece of property that is for sale. It's very expensive. That's at the intersection of Mount Rose and Tower. It's 40 acres. I don't know what it's priced at, but I imagine it's probably $500,000 or more. But for the city of this size and growing, the hidden gem that it is, that's gonna be revealed to the community, and as I'm 100% behind that, that would be a great spot to at least investigate and talk about.
I've reached out to them.
Yeah.
So there's a conversation going on.
Okay, great.
For the record.
Okay, good.
I called John the minute that sign went up out there.
I called him as soon as she got off the phone.
It is kind of a bit blighted because of the whole wastewater issues that are there, but I mean, maybe there's a deal that could be made.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
We've made, there's a conversation.
Thank you. Good. That's all I have.
Okay, Mitchell? Nothing? Walt?
Nothing, Mayor.
Jordan?
Nothing.
And Gardner?
A couple things, on May the 10th, it's going to be Lebanon Day at Missouri State Baseball. There's going to be quite a bit going on down there that day. There'll be special ticket prices, and our own Zach Stewart is one of the players for Missouri State, and he is one of only 5 players in the history of Missouri State baseball to hit 40 home runs or more. And he'll have more before this is over. But it'd be a great day to come out. It's on a Saturday afternoon. And also wanted to congratulate Gibb on becoming a colonel.
Really?
Missouri Colonel, the
Yeah.
first ones.
Yeah. I asked for a general, but they said colonel's all I could get.
You gotta start somewhere. I've known two Kentucky colonels, and every time the Kentucky Derby was held, they always had mint juleps. Now, I don't know what Missouri colonels do, but, you know, you.
It's more the bourbon type stuff.
All right.
Sounds great.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate that.
And is that, that's at Hammond's, isn't it, Field?
Yes,
Missouri,
Hammond's.
yeah, Missouri State. This one, okay. A couple of housekeeping things I have. Where's my notes? April 28th is our next council meeting, and May 12th will be after that. Want to say congratulations again to Rob Day, and congratulations and thank you for Officer Womack's service to the community as well. And I want to welcome Troy to the team, the A-team, as we like to call it, still. And it's very evident of what is happening. I want to echo what you said. I mean, it's evident just from the way council is, the way staff is. So I sing praises all the time everywhere I go about this community. And Ben, certainly appreciate you coming and helping out as well. And best of luck to you in your future endeavors. And if we ever cross paths again, we'll have a drink together. So I did go to the legislative conference last. Me and Kathy and Ben went up there. Or no, Ben, just me and Kathy did. And Ben was going to go. Don't think he can make it, but me and Kathy went up there. It was great to talk to our representatives, Representative Knight and Representative Schmidt. And they were in session, so that was kind of weird, getting them, pulling them out off the floor, talking to them in the hallway, and then they were going back in and voting, and then coming back out and continuing the conversation right where we left off. But great to be able to support the Lebanon community, or talk about the Lebanon community to them, and of course nothing super pressing with them what the state has on the dockets, and but it was great to attend that and be a part of that as well. So seems like I had one other thing, but I think that's it. All right. Yeah, that's all I had. So with that, I will entertain a motion for the resolution of the acceptance of the 2025 general municipal election results.
Most approved.
Jordan moved,
Second.
and Mitchell seconded. Roll call, please.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Muchler.
Yes.
Okay, resolution is adopted. And, I guess that was resolution 513, wasn't it?
Yes.
I didn't turn over my page here. Sorry, so resolution 513 is adopted. And we will stand adjourned as our council will reconvene now. And we'll do an oath of office for the newly elected individuals.
Your name's on the ballot. I know.
Going down. Yeah, go down, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the little purple thing.
One of these. Wave it around.
Put it behind you.
No, I don't want to be in the photo.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I possess all the qualifications. For state your position. As prescribed by law. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. In the state of Missouri. The provisions of all laws of this state. Affecting cities of this class. And the ordinances of the city of Lebanon, Missouri. And faithfully demean myself in office. So help me God. Congratulations.
call the new city council to order. Sorry, I should have waited till you handed those out. Put you on the spot now. Start with a roll call, please.
Atkins.
Here.
Evans.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Mizell.
Here.
Muchler. Wall.
Here.
Jordan.
Here.
Garner. Mayor Carr.
Here. So do we have a quorum? And we have one item of business with the new council is the election of the mayor pro tem. So I will now open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to, since Councilman Garner does such a good job, I would like to nominate him again for Mayor Pro Tem.
Second.
Move nomination cease.
So we have a motion for nominations to cease. Do I hear a second on that?
Second.
Second from Muchler. And roll call on the nomination ceasing or no?
It's good.
Good? Okay.
Yeah, you can do it by
Congratulations, Bob.
acclamation.
Thank you very much.
Don't miss any meetings.
I try not to. All right, thank you all very much for being here tonight, and certainly appreciate it. We'll see you on